The relentless skies over eastern Ukraine's Donetsk region, a tactical masterstroke unfolded on September 28, 2025, that has military analysts buzzing. A Ukrainian Mi-24 Hind attack helicopter deliberately flew low and slow into Russian missile range near the village of Olshain, acting as live bait to lure enemy air defenses into a deadly trap. What appeared to Russian operators as an easy target, a lumbering Soviet-era chopper exposing itself vulnerably, quickly turned into a catastrophic ambush. As the Mi-24 skimmed treetops at altitudes below 100 meters, Russian Pantsir S-1 and Tor M2 systems locked on, firing a barrage of surface-to-air missiles in what they believed was a straightforward takedown. But the Ukrainian pilot, call sign Ghost, wasn't fleeing. He was the hook in a meticulously planned operation by the 12th Separate Brigade of Army Aviation. Hidden in the underbrush and dispersed across nearby ravines were Ukraine's elite drone swarms, over 40 modified Baba Yaga heavy bombers and FPV kamikaze units, armed with anti-radiation missiles and thermobaric warheads. The moment the Russian radars painted the bait, their positions were geolocked via electronic warfare pods on the Mi-24. Within seconds, the drones unleashed hell. One Pantsir erupted in a fireball after a direct hit from a Lyut drone's AGM-88 HARM missile, while 2 Tor launchers were shredded by cluster munitions, killing at least 6 Russian crew members and crippling a responding Ka-52 Alligator helicopter mid-rescue attempt. 0.57 This wasn't blind luck, it was precision deception, honed from months of signal intercepts revealing Russian SAM crews' overconfidence in their system's superiority. The roots of this sky ambush trace back to Ukraine's adaptive warfare doctrine, evolved from early 2022 failures like the chaotic defense of Hostomel Airport, where Russian VDV paratroopers nearly seized Kyiv via heliborne assault but were repelled by Javelin ambushes and Stinger fire. 466390 by mid-2025, with Russian air losses topping 400 fixed-wing and rotary assets, thanks to Western-supplied NASAMS and indigenous drone tech, Ukraine shifted to Predator lures, using decoy assets to bleed Moscow's aviation edge. In this case, the Mi-24, a 1970s relic upgraded with French Thales optics and Turkish MAM-L munitions, was rigged with chaff dispensers and ECM jammers to survive the initial volley long enough for the trap to spring. Eyewitness accounts from Ukrainian forward observers describe the chaos: the sky lit up like Diwali, Russian missiles streaking in, then their own birds exploding in midair as our drones swarmed like hornets, one artillery spotter told Reuters. The operation netted not just hardware but morale. Russian Telegram channels erupted in fury, with Wagner-affiliated accounts accusing commanders of sending pilots to slaughterhouses. 46A6B2 on X, Ukrainian military pages shared grainy drone footage of the Ka-52 spiraling into a wheat field, captioned, "Bait taken, hook, line, and sinker," amassing over 2 million views in hours. BCFBD-3 casualties were lopsided, 0 Ukrainian losses versus an estimated 12 Russian dead and $50 million in wrecked equipment, per Oryx open-source tallies. This fits a pattern. Recall February's downing of a Su-25 jet followed by a helicopter rescue trap in Kharkiv, where Ukrainian manpads turned a recovery op into a graveyard. 8 FFF-7A It's asymmetric genius. Low-cost drones $500 FPVs versus multi-million-dollar Mi-28s, echoing Crimea strikes where a single underwater drone sank a $14 million Black Shark submersible. 2 BO9E6. Beyond the battlefield pyrotechnics, this ambush underscores the war's grinding evolution into a drone-dominated theater, where Russia's vaunted Air Force, once boasting 1,500 combat aircraft, now operates at half strength, hamstrung by sanctions and pilot shortages. Ukrainian forces, bolstered by $61 billion in U.S. aid, have flipped the script, from defensive scrambles to offensive feints that exploit Russian predictability. Critics in Moscow, like Milblogger, Rybar, decry it as cowardly tricks, but data tells otherwise. Ukraine's shoot-down rate hit 78% in Q3 2025, per ISW reports. The human toll lingers. The Mi-24 pilot, a 29-year-old from Lviv, earned the Hero of Ukraine cross posthumously after ejecting safely, while Russian families mourn via smuggled VK posts. As winter looms, with Russian offensives stalling near Pokrovsk, expect more such traps, perhaps luring Su-34 bombers into jeopard on nets. The truth: no Hollywood heroism, just cold calculus. In Ukraine's skies, the hunter often becomes the hunted, one lured missile at a time.